What's going on, guys? It's QwazyVlog here, and I wanted to take a minute to fill you guys in on where I've been for a little over a week. Stay tuned to find out more. What's good, everybody? And like I said before, I wanted to do a very quick vlog to let you guys know where I've been and what I've got coming up in the future. So for those of you who follow me on Twitter at QwazyVlog, you'll know that I actually went on vacation with my family for about the last week and change. Our destination was PEI, and for those of you who don't know, that stands for Prince Edward Island. Now, what's really cool, and maybe a small fun fact about PEI before we go into the actual information about the vacation, is you have to cross, I think it's a 9-mile bridge to actually get there. It's a really cool experience. I recommend, if you guys don't know what it is, look it up online, it's really cool. So we rented a cabin, we stayed there for, well, actually from Sunday to Sunday. It was myself, my girlfriend, our 7-year-old daughter, and our 10-month-old baby, and it was a great time. We hit the pool every day. It was nice and quiet, secluded. Internet was atrocious. Internet was horrible. I don't know how anybody got anything done with under a meg. I was watching YouTube videos trying to get caught up with you guys in 144p, and it was painful. But that's not what the vacation was about. It was about spending time with my family, disconnecting, de-stressing, and just enjoying life. And that's exactly what we did. But now we're here, we're back, and we have to start getting in the swing of things. I really wanted to record something on Monday. Today is Tuesday, but I was still in vacation mode. The baby was getting used to being home again and stuff like that. So here we are recording something for you guys today. So as you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I've been trying my best to create and stick to a schedule. And it hasn't been working. The last thing I want to do is become stressed out and have to meet a very specific deadline for what I feel I need to hold myself accountable for. And that's not the way that I want to make content. So, no more schedule. I will recommend right now that you guys turn on notifications, because I'll just be throwing up videos when videos are done. It will be around noon Eastern or 1 Atlantic time for myself in New Brunswick, but I want to take a stress-free approach to the production. The other thing as well is I have a ton of awesome stuff to record for you guys, to review for you guys, to overview and unbox for you guys. And some of it does require a deadline. Some manufacturers require me to actually send back some of this equipment within 30 days if they're not giving me the opportunity to keep it. So again, I don't want to try to hold myself to a schedule for this product and then this one all of a sudden comes in the mail and I have to do this one first because I'm on a deadline to send it back, and bleh. No, not gonna happen. So we're just gonna be very casual. I've got some really big projects planned too. So one project I've got going right now actually is I'm going to be doing a budget build system for the channel. So a friend approached me and said, "Hey Qwazy, I really want to start PC gaming. I've got a laptop and it's not quite cutting it. You seem to know what you're doing. Can you make me a budget rig?" So I've gone through, I've purchased some lately used parts, I've scoured for new parts that are cheaper or maybe refurbished, and we're going to be building a budget rig. It should be floating around 400 US, and it should be playing modern titles at relatively high settings at least 40 to 60 frames. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming to the channel. So one other thing I'm actually doing is I'm shopping for a new graphics card for myself. Speaking about that budget build, what I'm doing is I'm putting my graphics card from that computer over there into the budget build, because I live in Canada and I live in a very small city called Moncton, New Brunswick, and there's very little tech scene. We have a Best Buy and a Walmart. We don't have an NCIX or Memory Express or any big stores that actually stock decent parts, and we have no used computer part shops. Everything is so overpriced here. So to meet Luke's budget, I'm actually upgrading my graphics card so I can put my current one in his machine. Now I hummed and I hawed and I thought and I researched, and I don't need anything big. And I know I did a video on it before kind of bashing it, but I was looking at either the RX 480 or the GTX 1060. Now with the price hikes and stuff like that in Canada, right now I can actually get a GTX 1060 for about $40 more than an RX 480. Now I thought, you know, the 8 gigs might be good for rendering, it might be good for future proofing when it comes to content on the RX 480, but I really want to try out NVIDIA. I'm really jealous of all of my friends, you know who you are, that have shadow play and they're able to actually capture their screen in a much more efficient way than using OBS or using one of my Elgatos or something like that. So I think I'm going to get the 1060. The downfall is none of these cards are in stock anywhere. I've checked Newegg, NCIX, Tiger Direct, Memory Express, Direct Canada, Vugo, you name it, I've checked it. And don't you dare say Amazon, because Amazon sucks in Canada. So the struggle that I have is I can't finish my budget build or actually even start putting together the budget build and recording that until I have a GTX so I can take my card and put it in the other one. I'm running an FX 8320 processor that has no onboard video, so I need a graphics card on my machine to be able to produce content for you guys and just see my screens and use it as a computer. So I'm a little stuck there, and it's a little aggravating and frustrating, but we'll get there eventually. It should happen sooner or later, I hope. But the other thing I'm looking to do as well is actually going to directly affect what you guys are watching right here in this camera, and it's actually a replacement camera. I really want to go 4K. I know I don't need to, but I feel like I've built a lot of really good relationships with a lot of different manufacturers and product developers and just different people in the industry, and I want to do their products justice, and I want to do right by you guys. And I mean, at the end of the day, I watch these channels like MKBHD and TLD, and I know they're shooting on Reds and they're shooting at like 6K and down-resing, but I think for me 4K is attainable. So I've already actually gone ahead, even though I don't own the camera yet, and I've bought all the necessary adapters to make sure that I can adapt my Minolta and my Rokinon Alpha lenses to a Panasonic Micro Four Thirds body, and I'm looking at getting the Panasonic G7. It's on for a decent price, and it just looks really nice. From people I've talked to in the industry, both technology-wise and YouTube-wise, it seems to be the go-to camera. So I have to give that guy back my 4K monitor. So I probably won't be uploading in 4K because I won't be able to properly edit it. But what I will be doing is I will be shooting in 4K and throwing that into a 1080p timeline in Premiere. And what that's going to do is not only take my bitrate and compression up from what I have on this camera, which I think is 24 or 28 megabits per second, it will let me record 4K at 100 megabits a second, but it will also allow me to downscale and downsample that 4K to a tighter 1080 resolution, which means cropping will be easier, stabilization of shots will be easier, colors will be crisper, and just overall, you should see a drastic increase in quality. And again, the only thing that's stopping me from ordering that camera today is money. I mean, I want to try to sell some of my current stuff first to validate the purchase. I'm on parental leave. I don't work right now. The government gives me some money to stay home with my family and make sure we can sustain bills in the house and the cars and stuff like that, but it's not as much as I would get if I was working. So I have a hard time going out and spending a lot of money. So I'm trying to sell off some stuff to make sure I can afford the camera upgrade. So my A57 I'm shooting on right now, a few old lenses, I'm selling some tower speakers, one of my Elgatos, I'm selling, what else do I have? My PlayStation Gold headset that I don't use, just a bunch of different stuff to really try and pour my heart and soul into making awesome content for you guys and making it worth your while to watch. So, I mean, that's basically it, guys. I wanted to do a quick rant that turned into a long rant about where I was, how my vacation was. You can see tons of pictures if you follow me at QwazyDog on Twitter. They're all on there. But yeah, I'm very excited to have a vision of where I want this channel to be, and I'm having fun taking the steps necessary to get there. It's a long journey, and again, quality isn't everything. I have to thank you guys for being such an awesome and loyal fan base and an awesome family to me. That's just something that I cannot thank you guys enough for, but we're ranting, come on. So we're gonna shut this down right here. Again, I've gone on too far, I have too much and too little to say, and I'm tired. I'm still in vacation mode. So if you've made it this far and haven't done so already, guys, I would greatly appreciate a like on this video. Also, you know where that sub button is. It's free of cost, and I will love you forever if you go ahead and give that a click. Just make sure that it's not already subbed, because if you click it, you're gonna unsubscribe, and we don't want that. And until the next one, guys, thank you so much for watching, and take care.